Alright, guys. I'm going to be doing a brief summary about my ISU book, The Circle. It's going to be a short film. It's not going to really be anything long. It's just supposed to get the brief summary out. There'll be a couple of my brother and my brother's friends in the video. Yeah, and that's going to be what I'm going to be doing today. Hope you enjoy.
Have a wonderful day.
Once upon a time, there was a book called The Circle. It was a web and media browse company just like Google, trying to expand. The main character, May, was just offered a job from her friend Annie at The Circle. Annie is very high up in the ranks, and she knows what to do when she's hiring people. May has been at The Circle for some time now, and has been moving herself up in the ranks. And she's starting to become noticed by the people in the higher ranks. As May becomes noticed by the people, she herself starts to move up in the ranks as well. She starts becoming more popular at the circle. This means that she becomes higher noticed and also higher paid. But as May moves up in the ranks, she starts to notice something. There's something off with the circle. There's something wrong here. The circle doesn't have a lot of power, but as they become more popular, they gain power. They start using stuff that is a little inappropriate, like these cameras they put around the world. They are as small as a lens in somebody's glasses, and they can be placed wherever they want. Traffic cameras without even the police knowing. This breaks many privacy laws, and the circle just doesn't care about them. As May moves up in the higher ranks, she becomes something called translucent, which means that she wears a camera on her body 24/7, and this is basically live streaming her daily life. Everyone watches her. She gets close to 7 million viewers every day. Because of May's popularity, she hasn't been able to visit her family as much, but she remembers and she goes to visit her parents. Her father has been doing very well, so she surprises them with cameras. These cameras are from the circle and they watch their home 24/7. Anybody in the world can access these cameras, and their parents loved it, at first at least. When their parents first found the cameras, they were a little creeped out, but they didn't think anything of it. After a little time went by, May didn't check in with her parents and looked at the cameras, and the cameras were blacked out. Their parents were just so creeped out by these cameras that they had to cover them up. They just couldn't take it anymore. They felt like they were being watched 24/7. And this is what the circle does. They watch people 24/7 without their notice. Knowing this, May goes to check up on her parents. And once she gets there, her parents seem like they've changed. Her father seems like his condition has worsened from the last time. They sit down and May talks with her parents for dinner. Her parents just don't know if they can handle the cameras anymore. After this, the dinner is over, and May's ex-boyfriend Mercer comes over. Mercer is against everything from the circle. He can tell that the circle is up to something wrong, and he's a little suspicious about what the circle is working on. Mercer knows all of the circle employees are hiding something. When Mercer arrives, he confronts May. May doesn't know what to do, so May leaves. Once May got back from her parents' house, she was in a rage. Why would Mercer do such a thing? Mercer just doesn't understand. This is what May thinks. May keeps this in the back of her mind. A little time goes by, and May moves higher and higher and higher up the ranks. One day, the circle is unveiling a new product. It is to help the government find hidden fugitives that have committed serious crimes. They test it out on a person, and it works. All the circlers found the person, and then May remembered what Mercer said to her that night. She says, Alright, guys. Next, we're gonna find this person. His name is Mercer. Everyone gets all excited because they heard on her camera that night when Mercer was at her house what May thought of Mercer. May feels a rage inside of her and knows that Mercer doesn't like the circle and the stuff that they're doing. So, they send all the circlers to find Mercer. They find his information, which is a little bit scary that the circle knows where Mercer lives. A whole bunch of people show up at his house and are cussing him out and yelling at him to come outside. Mercer runs outside and gets into his truck. He drives off as fast as he can. May decides to unveil the new circle power. It is drones. These drones follow Mercer in his car. Mercer tries to drive away, but the drones are too fast. The drones are right beside him. He doesn't know what to do. Mercer gets distracted as one of the drones flies right in front of his car. Mercer looks at the drone and drives straight off a bridge. And May doesn't know what to do. A couple of days passed and May is a little down on herself and feels bad at what she done. But everyone tells her that it was okay and it was just an accident. Accidents happen. These happen all the time. It's just never on the news. After this, May realizes that it was just an accident. Although she hasn't heard from her parents in a while, but she doesn't care anymore. This is her own life. She doesn't need her parents anymore. May has finally helped the circle and is actually at the highest point she's ever been in. She loves the power and she just doesn't want to give it up. At this point, May and Annie, well, Annie's been off for a little while and she came back and she's sick. So May goes to the hospital. Annie will be okay. Everything will be okay. The circle is good. It's not bad, May says. The circle will always be good.